can't stand when people like let their mood affect like the whole trip or the whole event. And like this one girl, I really thought she was my friend, but she over the course of time she just proved more and more like I really don't rock with you like that, bro. Hey y'all, my name is Saysha. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So we're gonna jump right in because I got something to do. Of course, I'm gonna be doing my makeup because it's makeup and messy story time. But if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now and let's jump in. Ooh, child. Okay.
After that, we ended up going back to the Airbnb. Once we got to the Airbnb, we all decided that we wanted to go to this like little hookah lounge or whatever. So we all changed, ended up heading over to the place. But before we ended up leaving, Purple was like, oh, I have this friend, y'all. Like, she has a car. Like, you know, she willing to like take us wherever we want to go tonight. Like, okay, cool. Like, we don't mind. Like, let's do it. And mind you, the friend had just moved down there. And I guess like she wanted to hang with us because she didn't have no plans. That's what I believe was the whole point of her being invited in the first place. So he was like, you kind of pushing it a little bit if I'm being honest, but we'll give it a try, whatever. Like, we don't got nothing to lose at this point. So the girl comes, she picks us up, and we were driving around. Like, the vibes were good, like everything was cool. What I can say is that night I don't remember Purple like doing the most after the whole OLG like thing. What happened in the Uber after that, I don't know if her and Pink had a talk or whatever the case was, but like she was cool, she was calm. We went to the hookah lounge, we had a very good time. Now on to day two. Day two had a lot, so please bear with me, and this is where it's gonna get probably long. So day two, we ended up going to like doing like the MLK house tour, and then from like doing his house tour, we ended up going to the Harrods that they had down there in Atlanta at the time. So I remember us going to get our food. Everything was cool, everything was straight, and then we were like, okay, y'all, let's go get tattoos. So we ended up going to get tattoos, and I guess Purple was cool because, like, mind y'all, she liked the type of girl that liked to be up and up and up, doing something all the time. Evidently, what I got from it. So we went to get our tattoos. After we got our tattoos, y'all, that was when her mood started to shift again out of nowhere. We had called our Uber, and I remember it was getting dark outside at this time. So we called our Uber. We asked him could he take us to Zaxby's because we were hungry at that point or whatever. So we ended up going to Zaxby's. While in the Zaxby's line, I remember Pink being like, my phone not charged. Like, I need to charge my phone since we probably not finna stop back at the Airbnb. So I remember Purple was sitting in the front seat, and Purple was like, well, my phone's on a charger, you not finna use it. So Pink was like, okay, what percentage your phone on? And I think Purple said something along the lines like either it don't matter or something, but basically whatever it was like a slick little remark, and she was not trying to give up that charger. So I remember me and America again, like America was like me, like America was like, I'm not gonna say nothing to her friend solely off the fact I don't want us to fall out with Pink, because it's like your friend, like she's really doing too much, and we know that you can control somebody's behavior, but it's just like you need to check this bitch before we have to. So me and her just give each other that look, we like, girl. And then we looking at Pink like, you finna say something to her? Like, you gonna get her, or you gonna get her? But at that point, like, I could tell that Pink was truly over it. Like, I think she said fuck the charger, and she was just like, it is what it is at this point. Oh yeah, and Pink was like, well, I'm gonna need it because I know you're gonna want me to take your pictures. And Purple was like, nah, it's cool, like, don't even worry about it. Funny thing is, we literally end up going to the Trap Museum, was really popular at that time. So we get out, we go in and everything like that. Like, we walking around, like, seeing how everything is. And Purple, again, her attitude, like, she has the worst attitude ever. So these two people approached us, like, they were having a little conversation or whatever the case was, and they was just like, oh, like, you know, what do you do? And she was like, oh, I'm a rapper, blah, 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 blah. And then those names like, oh, that's cool, like, you should come to the studio, blase, blase. She started to be like real dismissive, which, granted, you're not obligated to talk to anybody, but I'm just like one of those people where it's like, if people not doing nothing to you to like harm you or like, you know, bother you for real, it's like you don't have to be rude, like, in my opinion. So she did that, whatever. So then she asked America first, could America take her pictures? And America was like, no, I'm finna take my own pictures. So I think that I ended up taking America's pictures. So then she went and asked Pink, like, can you take my pictures? And Pink was like, No, my phone's literally dead. Like, I asked you, could I use the charger? And you told me, no, I'm not taking your pictures. Mind you, America already upset from what happened in the Zaxby line when it came to that charger and how that girl was talking to her. Mind y'all, I might be cutting some parts, but when I tell y'all, for them to be best friends, Miss Purple was definitely overly trying to, like, do her big one when it came to Pink. And, like, that was just throwing me for a loop because I'm like, if this your best friend, there's no way you should be talking to her crazy in front of a group of girls that you acting like you don't know, which granted, you haven't known us for that long, but it's just like, you shouldn't be overly doing this. Like, if you had a real issue, you could have pulled your friend to the side and, like, had a conversation with her. She told her she wasn't taking the pictures, and that was when Purple's attitude changed. Like, she started, like, just blurting weird stuff. She was like, this why you don't mix friend groups, like, bitches is weird, like, you're trying to overly show out for your friends, you're trying to act like you don't want to take my pictures, blah 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 blah. I would have took your pictures like it was nothing, blah blah blah. Like, she literally going off. But mind y'all, she not saying this directly to Pink. I think Pink was over with America. She was saying this while standing next to me, and I'm just like, girl, your attitude is just like, it's not that deep. Like, you could have even asked me to take the picture. So I'm like, the fact that I'm standing next to you and you didn't ask me to take the picture, which I would have took the picture for you, but the fact that you choose to go off on your best friend and, like, overly do the most of her saying she's not going to take your pictures when you see somebody else that's next to you that you know that you could ask to take your pictures, is giving you just one a reason to be upset with this girl at this point. So we end up leaving the trap museum, and we walking down the street to go and meet up with our ride because I think he had us meet him like a block over on the corner or something like that. Mind y'all, she's walking like far ahead. Like, we probably in the middle of the black block. She all the way at the edge of the block. Like, she's just stopped fucking with all of us at that point. We get in the Uber, y'all, and when I say, like, shit just shifted for everybody. When I say the tension in that Uber back to the Airbnb was so thick, like, I feel like everybody was just over everything. Like, everybody was irritated. Everybody truly, I feel like at that point, just wanted to go home. And I remember the whole time, like,
I can't stand when people. Do I want to talk about this? I can't stand when people, like, let their mood affect, like, the whole trip or the whole event. So me, I'm an ambivert. If for those of you who don't know what an ambivert is, you know, I have my extroverted moments, I have my introverted moments. I tend to be more introverted. Like, at some point, my social battery definitely needs to be recharged. So I'm not gonna say the specific girls trip we went on, but we went on a girls trip, and a couple things happened. And, like, this one girl, I really thought she was my friend, but she, over the course of time, she just proved more and more, like, I really don't rock with you like that, bro. So we were there for like 4 or 5 days. On the fourth day, I was like, I need to chill. Like, in the sense of, I need a moment by myself. And the friend who we were celebrating, she wanted to go to this specific thing. I was like, I understand, but I know me. I want to stay back. I wanted to stay back because the Airbnb that we stayed at was so freaking dope. And I wanted to take some pictures. And then I just needed some time to myself. Like, me, I am the type of person, I have always lived by myself. Like, I need my time. I need my space to socially recharge. I think this was like the last day. And we were still going to be doing stuff when they got back or whatever. But long story short, on the way to let's go back. The day before that, I think this was like the third day, we went to a beach club, and we, had a good time or whatever. And the girl that I'm referring to, she was just like real quiet. I'm like, is something wrong? Like, are you okay? Like, it was so obvious. I'm like asking her, like, hey girl, you okay? Like, you want to, because we went down to the beach, we're taking pictures. I'm like, do you want me to take any pictures for you? And she's like, no, I'm good. And this is a person I know that likes to take pictures. I'm like, girl, what is the problem? And I didn't want to be acting like that on the fourth day. So I was like, I'm going to just stay back, let my social battery recharge. I didn't say that explicitly. I told that to the girl that we were celebrating. I was like, I just need some time to myself. And yeah, that was that. So we went to dinner that night. I can't quite remember how she was acting. I think she was still kind of quiet because me and the girl that we were celebrating, child, we were having a ball. Like, we had all these little inside jokes, and it was just so funny. Like, you know how you just get all giggly for no reason? We were acting like teenagers. So that was our last event or whatever. We are leaving to go to the airport the next day, and it turned out that the girl we were celebrating and her sister, They left before us, like their flight was before us. So they took a taxi to the airport, blah, blah, blah. Me and the other girl, our flights were closer together, but we weren't on the same flight. And we had already like prepaid for the taxi, but you had to, I think we prepaid her. Oh, when we actually took the taxi, we had to pay them in cash. Okay, cool. So she waits till we get to the airport and was like, because it was supposed to be like $10 per person, something nominal. And she was like, well, I don't have any change, so you're gonna have to pay her 20 for your portion. And I was like, okay. And I didn't think anything of it at the time, but there was so much more that happened on that trip. And I was like, oh, she thought I didn't have any money. And that's when I tell you it's another story for another day. And I still was like trying to ignore it. I was like, nah, this we cool. This my friend, blah, 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 blah. But girl, in retrospect, I was like, the way she was treating me on that trip, like she was trying to, I don't know, like she was trying to play me. So yeah, the dynamics on the girls' trip really does matter because I'm good. No, we good.
Purple in the ride, like Purple was just like, you weird, that's why you don't mix friend groups, everybody not meant to mix, like this shit is weird, blah blah blah. And then Pink like, bro, like you saying this like you don't know them, you literally been around them, you've been to our dorm and apartment, so it's like, what is your issue? Like you're the one acting weird because you're purposely excluding yourself, and then you get on the phone with your friends, you trying to make it like we're doing something to you, where really you're the one that's causing this weird energy, like you're the one who bring it down the mood of the group, trying to make it like nobody messing with you, and it's like they are, like people are trying. At that point, me and America, it was like a 3-row car, so me and America all the way in the back, and we just looking at each other, and we were texting each other on a slick side. And I think America texted me, was like, girl, I'm so over this. And I text her back and I'm like, no, like for real, this shit is getting out of hand. Like, this is ridiculous at this point. Like, I really want Pink to say something and stand up for herself, because it's like this girl is doing the most. Like, she been trying you this whole trip. And I get Pink wanted to be the bigger person because that was genuinely her friend. Like, they've known each other for years, like since they were children. So I'm like, I totally get why you would tread lightly when it comes to your friend, because we never expect our friends to be treating us no type of weird way, especially around people that like we just met type of vibe. But child, all I know is after they were bickering with each other, it just went silent. We ended up getting out of the car. We make it to the door. And I guess this is where Purple felt like it was her time to shine and play. Go to part 3.